the ideal system? We've tried to identify those areas which a system would have to encapsulate. We're not communists, after all. Yeah. There is an element of free market in this. And by the way, just a comment, and I know I've got 5 minutes here, but I'm sorry, I can't do this in 5 minutes. Yeah. Islamic finance, people think like, it's the new challenge to capitalism. Yeah, it's there to bring capitalism. No, it's not. Capitalist ideas and Islamic financial ideas have a great deal of overlap. It's not a challenge at all. It's almost like Islamic financial principles are regulated in a slightly different way. So does it support private enterprise? Of course it does. Yeah, but it doesn't accept money can be traded as a commodity. Yeah, it's a means of exchange. That's a fundamental principle. Obviously, there needs to be transparency. It needs to be equitable. Money can't be a means of dividing the have and the have-nots. Risk and return. If money is provided in a venture, the only means of gaining that return is by putting that money at risk. If you don't want to put it at risk, don't expect a return. So let's match it up against what we looked at earlier and consider what we could move to. A return to precious metals. Anybody fancy that? Carrying around nuggets of gold or silver? Few gems?
They can be debased too.
What's that?
They can be debased as well.
They can be debased. So it's not really going to be anything practical at the very least, right? A barter system. To get rid of money altogether. Anybody read the blog by the guy on the Guardian website who's not living on any money at the moment? You read that? Quite funny. He uses a laptop. Very interesting chap. He read the story of Gandhi. He was a city banker. He read the story of Gandhi and decided, you know what, I've got to make a stand here. So he now lives in a caravan with no money whatsoever, living off the land. Living off scraps and food chucked out by supermarkets, etc. Anyway, the barter system isn't quite that. It means that everybody has their value and they offer it to each other based upon whether you're a sturgeon or a baker, etc. People who consider the doomsday scenario of capitalism folding say you've got to have a barter system in place just in case that happens. Not really for me. Communism, I don't think that's going to fly. Okay, interest-free equity finance. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that instead of debt entering society, real money entering society, instead of private institutions controlling something fundamental to our well-being, and being subject to the restrictions of corporations and their actions or inactions, the government takes issuance of the currency once again. It will be an asset-backed currency. Money creation means it's not asset-backed, right? It's just created, and then it looks to acquire value by being spent on stuff and stuff being built. But an asset-backed currency means that actually, again, real money is being issued in society. Maybe the government would back it against infrastructure, roads, railways, buildings, land. No inflation. Again, real money is entering society, so your pound today is worth exactly the same as a pound in the future.